going back to nature, turning off the TV, the internet, reducing how much time we're spending in all this electronic media, in all our electronic gadgets. But we have to, again, it's kind of like somewhat off topic, but it's just, if there is a way that we could kind of show that to young people or help promote that somehow, to just go camping or something. But it has to be kind of like at least a week or it's not going to work. They're just going to look at it and say, it's just like, it's like looking at the wall for the week. It's like there's nothing here, I just see stone or something. And there's no appreciation of what the beauty of nature. But the reality is, the more that we go into it, the more that we accept it, the more we go to the beach or see the sky or go hiking or reflect, the more that we begin, somehow the Spirit speaks to us through that. It's just very fascinating how we're all interconnected and how God uses nature to speak to us in the silence of our hearts. And to just recognize the gift of Jesus' love, particularly what we need to do to help look at Jesus' friendship is to look at the Gospel of John and the farewell discourses of the Last Supper. So, for instance, John chapter 14 through 17, particularly John chapter 17. And he would say things like, and it is kind of confusing to listen to, but when you reflect upon it and meditate it, you just you see how Jesus is speaking to us. Just insert yourself, what he's saying about the apostles. 17 verse 6. I have manifested your name, Father, to the men whom you gave me out of the world. They were yours, and you gave them to me, and they have kept your word. Now they know that everything that you have given me is from you, for I have given them the words which you gave me, and they have received them, and know in truth that I came from you, and they have believed that you sent me. I have manifested your name to the men whom you gave me out of the world. They were yours, and you gave them to me, and they have kept my word. And this notion that Jesus there, praying to the Father, and what is he saying? He's saying, thanks, Dad, for the gift of these men. You gave them to me. Well, what do we do? What do we give to people? We give gifts. Jesus is like saying to the Father, thank you for Peter. Thanks so much for John and Thomas and Philip, and I really love Andrew. That they're gifts to me, and so insert your name. Do you really see yourself as a gift from the Father to Jesus? We're not, in Jesus' mind and eyes and heart, we're not just his friends. We're gifts from the Father. Thank you, Father, for giving me these gifts. This person is a gift to me. And to recognize that. The same thing occurs with Our Lady. So Jesus there at the Last Supper, doing what? I mean, in John's Gospel, we don't have the consecration. We don't have that's the whole like theology of the Eucharist is in John chapter 6, but it's not so much in 14, 15, 16, or 17. But it's in the other. We know that, of course, the whole farewell discourse, it's the Last Supper. So there's no consecration of the bread and the wine. But in the midst of that, just use your brain and put them together. This all happened the same night. He's giving himself back to us as a gift in the Eucharist, as a permanent gift until the end of time, to be present with us. He's accepting us from the Father as a gift. And then the next day, Good Friday, he's suffering and dying on the cross. And what does he say to Mary? He sees John there and Mary. To John,